We don't have the consciousness to even begin to try to see God's plan. We can only maybe see it in hindsight. But I don't think any of us, it's almost like one of these things where you're not even aware of what you're capable of, right? Because you're so limited by all these earthly, almost human limitations like fear and, concern about what you might be able to do, or you're limited by what you are instead of thinking about what you could be. Right. And this is one of the reasons why I think consciousness is so important, is because the more conscious you become, the more you can see things. You can even see things that cannot be seen. Right. You can accept not just the known and the unknown, but you know about the unknown unknown. You know about the universe of possibilities that exists outside of yourself. Like that's conscious. You got to meditate on that to really get there. It's really hard. And even when you're there, you can't stay there. Sometimes you get pulled back down to earth by small-minded people around you, but you got to have that space to be able to try to go there, because then you start seeing all the potential that you have, all the possibilities, all the things that could be true if you were to shift your behavior or make a certain decision or whatever it is, right? So I really feel like if you want to know what my goal is every day, my goal is to submit to God's plan, right? That means I might make a plan, but I'm limited. I can't, Boyce is flawed. He can't make a good plan for himself. I reject Massa's plan. Massa is not my friend. Massa is going to do right by Massa. So I'm not paying attention to that. And I really just say, okay, what is God's plan? What does that look like for me? I don't know. And I'm prepared. I'm gonna do the basic things, get up every day, be consistent, work hard, be a good person, keep growing, and eventually, I'm going to grow into something such that my hope is 10 years from now, I will grow into something that I can't even imagine right now because I'm too limited to even see that vision. Do you understand? I try to. I try, but sometimes it's hard. Right? I didn't know when I was 33 that I would be doing exactly what I'm doing right now at 53. I had no idea. Right. So I would say open yourself up to God's plan for you. And I think it's going to be great for you. And I think that one of the things about God's plan, in my opinion, is I don't think it correlates very well with fear. And I do believe that one effort to keep Black consciousness very low, financially and otherwise, socially and all this other stuff, is to keep you living in a constant state of fear, because fear really is like a prison. And when I get you in the state of fear, then you're gonna feel like, okay, I've only got this choice or that choice, right? It comes up in the elections and all that stuff, right? And I'm not even gonna talk about that. That's another conversation. But generally, I think that living with fear limits you. Like it's almost like when I was telling you about Tiger Woods when he was the best golfer in the world. And he not only had all this talent and potential and capability, but he didn't really play with a lot of fear. Because he was 21 years old and he had nothing to lose and he would just go for it. And that's when amazing things tend to happen, is when people are able to let go of that fear and just say, I'm gonna swing this club and see what happens. And so I say, go for it in your life. That's what's gonna make you optimize your success, optimize your happiness. It allows you to be the greatest gift you can possibly be to other people. And then also just circling back on the economic piece of that, the economics almost will become secondary to everything else in life that's really powerful. So to just sort of take this full circle, because I probably got a little bit abstract there, and I hope that that's okay. Um, I would say to you that when it comes to our kids, by preparing them financially, when we were talking about that little girl who was selling her body for a laptop earlier, beautiful girl, all this talent, all this hard work, and you sold your body for a laptop. Come on now. What that said to me is that it was not her better side that led her to do this. This was not God's plan for her, but this might have been her plan for her based on the limitations that were placed upon her. Do you understand? The limitations in terms of mindset, the limitations in terms of self-esteem, but also specifically maybe economic limitations and skill set limitations, such that maybe she thought, well, because I'm pretty and I don't have any money, my only skill is what I can do for that man in the bedroom. That's my best skill. Whereas a little bit of preparation could have helped her understand, no, that's not my best skill. My best skill is that I'm an amazing entrepreneur, and I also have, $250,000 in stock that my parents have been investing for me since I was a baby.